All right, so here's my prototype for my logic relay that I'm working on. It's going to go between an Arrackis console on the far side here, and a Telos Zip 1, which is a audio over IP codec, and the Arrackis console is a what is it? The ARC10, I believe. So anyway, what I'm simulating here is this is the Zip side, this is the Arrackis console side. The Zip has a open collector output on the GPIO. So what I'm doing here is I'm simulating a GPIO event, and my end goal is to simulate turning on a console pin, or sorry, turning on a switch at the far end, and having the the studio side Zip 1 sync a pin to ground, which is a logical 1. I guess it's inverted logic. Otherwise it's floating. And what that'll do is that will tell my channel back at the studio to turn on. That's all I'm asking it to do, because the automation will stop everything else when I need to, and all I need is for this thing to turn on and be armed and ready. So, pretending there's another one out on the internet, we'll call it A. The one at the studio is going to be B. So B is going to send me on output 1, it's going to send me ground, which I'm simulating with this switch down here, switch number 1. I'm doing 2 of these circuits, so that's why you see 2 of them. What I've got this side doing is this side's the Arrackis. What it needs is 12 volts, so that's a 12 volt power supply, and a 12 volt high, well, through, I think it's 400 and, oh, what is it? I think it wants 470 ohm. That sounds about right. We'll just say it's 470. It wants a 12 volt high to turn on. It's just a momentary pulse. That's fine. That's going to maybe feeding it from this side. So watch what happens when I give this a momentary pulse. Oh, and by the way, this switch, all it's doing is giving it a... Here, let me focus. It's giving it a path to ground. So if I press this, the LED lights up. I guess I need to go like this. The LED lights up. Cool. So this is the 4N25. Basically, it's a photo sensor or LED in here, and a photo receiver. I don't know what you'd call it. Photosensitive transistor, and it's essentially an NPN transistor. It's kind of like the 2N2222, like this little guy I got here, kind of thing. It's basically one of those, but the base is instead connected to the photosensitive material of whatever kind. And so it allows me to isolate these. You'll notice that there's no connection between ground and ground on these. It's basically 2 completely separate systems. And I'm able to, I wish that would show up better in the light, but I'm able to activate it. The lights are just a little too bright for this. Anyway, thanks for watching.